Tell us about this whole thing, and then Brandon, you're going to tell us a little bit about how you forged this alliance with Michael and from there to there.
Cool. All right. Originally, the record was done here in Trinidad at the Sam Studios. After returning from the United States, where I had a contract, a recording artist with RCA label, and for the What You Gonna Do for Love and Waiting for Your Love was one of my first efforts as being the producer, songwriter, and so on the project. Having my own label, that is, because I've been producing music before for several labels before. After returning to Trinidad, I began this project working with Charmin, developing her as a feature artist, and it all culminated into this recording, which is an EP. And on the recording, I had some really good talent. There's Nika Davis, who was visiting Trinidad from Pittsburgh University as a lecturer, and his Pittsburgh band. We had Tony Allen, keyboards and stuff like that. We were fortunate at the right timing to be in the studio, because I had all these extra talent around that I was able to tap into. The record came out, it was on the charts for quite some time, and as usual, things usually die after its life. But some almost 50 years, I've been getting calls about the recording, and that's how I was able to hook up with Brandon, to a friend of his who actually found me here in Trinidad, because apparently they were quite an interest in the vinyl,
the original yeah.
vinyl stuff, and well, it led on to Brandon and I talking on the phone, and then showing up in Trinidad, actually, putting his money where his mouth is.
Yeah, I chased you down.
So, Brandon, what really made you decide to team up with Michael?
Well, I guess early last year, Michael's record started blowing up for the second time, years after it was made, and DJs were playing it, and everybody was looking for it. And I actually first encountered it on a DJ's mix, where I heard the song and thought, why don't we know this song? Why isn't this one of the hits that we've grown up with for all of these years? It sounds as fresh today as it did all those years ago. The production on it, everything about that record it's a perfect record. And my partner Gary, who Michael was mentioning, tracks down Michael. He was like a detective. He's a sleuth. He uses the internet, and I think he found you somehow through there was a stamp on a picture of a record, which was from your art gallery before.
Yeah.
And So yeah, so he contacted Michael, and other people as well had been kind of contacting you. And we just thought we really want to do this. We're launching a label, and now we have several other releases lined up as well, and it was the perfect release for us.
Or are we talking about Michael and his music in general?
Well, the first thing I heard was actually the B side of the record, which is the "What You Won't Do for Love" song, and that's the one that first caught my ear. And then shortly afterwards, I heard the other side of the record, which is "Waiting for Your Love." And at that point, we thought this is just incredible music that needs to be out there again, because the original ones are hard to find. And people all over the world are looking for them.
I think what happened primarily, the recording was done here in Trinidad, and lack of distribution. It never really got out of the region. Only, I guess, somebody who probably was or passed through Trinidad was able to
find them. Yeah. We don't even know how it ended up making its way into America or Europe.
Yeah, that's such a treat.
Yeah.
So where do you guys go from here in terms of motions and relabeling or rebranding that song with Sam and Ford? Where we go?
Well, the record just came out on Friday. And so we did a run of 1,000. We've sold 900 copies of that 1,000 records already like that. It was just played on the BBC last week. We've got that DJ in New York played it last week, a huge DJ, a friend of mine who does music as Fortet, Kieran Hebden, played it on the radio. So the music is just traveling out there. Everybody who hears it is kind of playing it now. DJs are really into it. Being played on the radio. We're getting it on the CBC. It'll be played in Canada on our national radio as well. So it's just out there. It's hot right now. Everybody wants to play it. Everybody wants to have this record now.
Just tell us a little bit about your company.
So, the company that I'm releasing this record with is a partnership between myself and my friend Gary Abugan. And we just launched the label with Michael's record. We're called Invisible City Editions, and we've been collectors of music and DJs and music lovers for many years, and so launching the label was a way for us to combine our passions, which are music collecting and traveling, meeting people, with kind of a business model as well. So we launched it with this. And since then, we've been pursuing it. We have 2 African records from Zambia, which will be the second and third release. And we're working on some more music from Trinidad as well. There's so much great music here. That's what, when I came over, I was looking for other music, and through Michael, I was introduced to other artists, and I found artists through looking for old records on old vinyl records, and found out that there's just something in the water here. I don't know what it is. The food is so good here, and the music is so good here. There's something special about it.
And it's untapped, that's the thing, we seldom get it across the continent, to get it in the continent to develop, a good market.
It's true.
So it's just a matter of time. I guess the time is
yeah, I think this is a good chance to make a bridge between. I mean, now things are different than they were before, because with the internet, people can hear music anywhere, People in Japan love your music, people in Finland are buying your music, people all over the world are connecting in a way that, 30 years ago wasn't even possible, right?
It's difficult, I was independent label. This it's very difficult because not having a large purse in terms of being proper market.
Yeah.
It's tough at that, and a lot of times things happen like this. Myself as well as quite a few artists.
Yeah.
Because we have to be chefs,
Yeah, I gotta do everything, right?
At least to get something done, you know.
How soon you anticipate that you will be sharing all this stuff with my doing over the years and bringing back some of the videos and bringing back some of the music that you love to hear. All these music from working.
I think it should be happening right now. It's well, the vinyl is out there, so it's available. You can order it through the internet. Hopefully, some people will carry it here as well. We're just getting it shipped over. It was actually produced. It's an interesting story because we met Michael here in Trinidad, and Michael had the original master tapes, which is very lucky because that's the best sound quality. Because if not, sometimes if you reproduce something, you have to go from the old vinyl records, which can sound good, but the master tapes sound incredible. So we took the master tapes back to Canada with us, and we have a guy in New York named John Morales, who's an old disco engineer, and he transferred the tapes. So we actually mailed the tapes to New York. He gave us the digital files afterwards. I mixed it in my studio, recreating the original mix from the original record, and then we sent it to Berlin, where it was mastered, and from Berlin, it was then produced in a vinyl factory in France. And from there, they sent it to our main distributors in Holland. So now your music has traveled all over the world.
It's a chain.
Yeah. And now it's in the shops and it's traveling all over the place.
I feel very good again that it's like a new life, you know, especially with that material.
Some people go around the world for love, but they may never find what they've been dreaming of. Although I only want the best, it's true. I can't believe the things I do for you.
Of the house, and this was in the middle of rainy season.
Oh,
And the showers came, and
things were getting wet.
A couple of the boxes that are the records got water soaked.
Oh.
I got frustrated. I just said, well, listen, I threw away a couple of the boxes. So
You've been keeping them for all those years.
Yeah, and then the actual boxes I was able to give you guys and some of the people was the box that I was able to salvage after the other got thrown away. You know, so it's just I had to say faith and luck, because when the first person called and was asking for the product they was asking for, I thought he was just wanting to, to get a copy.
Yeah.
But then when he said he wanted whatever that I had, I kind of said, well, listen, this sounds like a business is going to happen here.
Yeah, something's going on here. Yeah.
Something is going on more than the records. So it eventually, this has happened. I mean, this and your intervention or your introduction was as it timely, because it was one of those things where I felt that after talking to you, I felt a connection, and I felt that we were on the same page. And this is how I guess the relationship has taken off from just that interest in the music.
Yeah, just hearing that music, and the special music. It needs that second life. It needs to get out there again.
Well, and then the new stuff that I have, which is like my present CD, which is Crossroads, and then the other one, which is Keeping It Fresh. Who knows? After this door open, yeah, I mean the flood.
Yeah, the flood will come in.
Flood will
Yeah.
come in, you know? So I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
Yeah, yeah. Get playing.
Na, na, na.